I'm going to be teaching a class in a couple of days to some junior techs or techs that are just struggling with the concept of low voltage and the role that it plays in HVAC systems. I made this board so the techs will be able to use these alligator clips to connect low voltage from the terminals, from the low voltage terminal block to each of the components. We've got a fan switch relay, a pump relay, and we have a compressor contactor on this board. Here's how my thermostat is hooked up. You can see we got G for fan is green, Y for compressor is yellow, W for heat is white, and red, RC, is red. This is our main 24 volt power. Your wiring configuration on the equipment that you're working on may be different. Remember, wires don't care what color they are. I've got a power cord that is connected up here, and the main power is cut off right here at the disconnect switch, which I'm going to be using as a door switch. And here is our wiring diagram so the students can follow along. Without further ado, let's plug it in and just get started. Now, this is all real voltage. Our 120 volt right here is coming into the transformer. Exiting out of the transformer, it's stepping down the voltage to 24 volt. One of the wires, this blue wire, is our common wire. For any of these magnetic coils to energize, you need power, the 24 volt, and you need a common. When those two meet the coil, it'll energize the coil and pull in the plunger. If the common and the power wire touch at any point without a resistor in between them, such as a coil, then this fuse will pop or the transformer will short. This is why it's always very wise to fuse your transformers, or just get a transformer that's already fused. Our main power wire, low voltage power wire, comes into the terminal block, goes into the thermostat wire, into the thermostat. Now, none of these can be energized. We could jump it out, but none of these will be energized until the thermostat tells it to energize. So let's see this in action, and what we're going to do, don't pay attention to the colors past this block because they're going to be wrong. We're not worried about the colors, we're worried about the wires. So what we want to do is we want to hook up the low voltage to, on this diagram, number 1, cooling unit relay, also known as a contactor. To do that, we need one wire from Y to go to the coil, and we need one common to go to the coil. So let's hook that up. I used 4 of these lugs as the common terminal because to make everything on the board work, I'm going to need a lot of room on this common. So I'm going to hook one up to the common, and the other is going to go to the 24 volt coil on the contactor. That's this on the side. And if you look underneath the contactor, you can actually see the coil. I can put it on this side or this side. It does not matter which side it goes on. Now I'm going to hook up a jumper to the Y, to the yellow terminal block. From the terminal block, I'm going to go to the other side of the cooling contactor. Now I'm going to turn the power on, high voltage, to the test board. Nothing's happening yet because the thermostat is set for heat. So I'm going to turn it to cool. And we're getting a call for cool immediately from the thermostat. Our light's on, and it's hard to see, but our fan is also on, simulating a real-life scenario. But if this were a real-life scenario, then our unit would freeze up because our indoor blower motor is not running. Let's hook that up. Turn the power off. Each one of these switches that uses a coil to energize them needs a common, and they need 24 volt power. I got one alligator clip on common again, and the other to either side of this 24 volt fan relay coil. Next, I'm going to go to my green terminal, the green wire, which is fan in this case. Hook that up, and then hook my other side of the alligator clip up to the other side of the fan relay coil. Now when I turn the power on, our indoor blower motor should also come on with the condenser, compressor, and the outdoor fan motor. And as you can see, we've got both fan motors now running. Going to turn off the power, and I'm going to check the heat. I've got my thermostat set to heat. Heat's on. There's no time delay on this, so once we hook up the heat, it should come on if we hook it up right. Our white wire is going to be the power for our heat, our 24 volt power for heat. Hook one clip up to the white wire, while this other end goes to pump relay coil. Doesn't matter which terminal, this one or this one. Just don't hook it up to a high voltage terminal. And what do you think we're going to hook up next? You got it. We're going to hook up the common, because the circuit will not be complete without a common. Got plenty of room on my common bar that I made. And then this is going to go the other end of the coil. Now we don't want those to touch, or else that fuse is going to pop. Turning on the power now. And our indoor fan came on, and our heater is now on. And that is some very basic low voltage configurations in HVAC. Also, I want to throw it out there. This is, when I say low voltage, that's a term we throw around in residential apartment maintenance and even in the residential HVAC field. It's class 1, I believe, maybe 2, but I'm fully aware that the NEC says low voltage is 600 volts or less. We're not electricians here. We're just dealing with some low voltage switching relays. That's going to do it for today's short episode. Thanks for watching. My name's Dave. See you on the next one.